Hi guys, how are you today? You listen to a lot of these koyals singing outside. There are a lot of trees there. Uh, see, today I'm going to tell you a story of a drummer. How many guys you think you require to play one drum kit? Generally one, right? In my college, we require one and maybe 4 or 5 more. Why? Listen to this story. We had this incredible festival called InSync, which was an intercollegiate festival, and we were very proud to be a part of it. I was very, very proud to be on the stage and play in front of 10,000 kids and always win. That's different. But more interesting for us, for musicians and non-musicians, our friends, was the 1 month rehearsal which would go before the actual event would start. In that, towards the end of it, last week of the rehearsals, we needed a drum kit, so we rented some drum kit. And the drummer started playing. There was a guitar player, bassist, I was playing flute, a couple of singers, one tabla player, everybody was there. And we had a very strong music team. What happened was, because the drummer would hit the kick drum hard, every kick it would go slightly ahead, maybe a few millimeters, and dick, and it would go ahead. Then somebody came up with a very clever idea. Let's tie him to the kick drum. So the kick drum and his stool were tied. But unfortunately that was not enough. It would go with his stool. Eventually he would go like this, and eventually the entire drum kit would go and touch a wall and stand there, and he would play dick chick tack chick dick chick. Hey, has my entry come? Dick chick tack chick. Sign me, array. I'm signing you, but you can't see, and all that. That all used to happen. So on the third day, one guy came with a fantastic idea. Let's do one thing. Let's get a volunteer to sit in front of his the drum kit, putting his back to the kick drum, so the drum won't go ahead, and that worked. Now there is a simple trick to this entire situation, that you just put a mattress and put entire drum kit and the drummer on it. We didn't know that. This was early 90s. There was, again, as I said, there was no YouTube to get tips. You know, in those toms, there are these 2 toms, one floor tom, dhum, 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 and there's one snare, thak, 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 whatever, and then there are the 2 cymbals. These toms need correct angle to hit, and there is one simple screw which holds that tom at the right position. Somehow on the third day that got loose and it fell off. Now the guy who would sit in front had one more task, and that was to hold the toms exactly like this, and he would get little moment the toms would go off, and the drummer couldn't, he could have played, but then he had somebody to blame on. Why so many guys we needed? Because after one song, he would go deaf and eventually refuse to sit there. So next, and there was a queue, and then he would sit next with complaining and hold the toms and play. This went on for quite some time. Then eventually everything happened, that the drumsticks broke, one of the cymbals broke, and eventually one of the toms torn. But at the end, we won the competition. We always would win. We had a very strong music team. I'm going to play something for you now, which is kind of lingered in my mind since that era. Thank you. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.